And we're live. Hi, it is Aussie Brick Chick and
Aussie Brick Bloke.
And we're a bit late this week because of Lego Masters. The hype is real. Sorry, Philip. I told you we'd be talking about this. And as always, we'll be joined by a couple of my friends. We've got Darkside Bricks.
Hey, everybody.
What are you building today?
I'm going to be rebuilding. Which camera? That one? Snow speeder.
Snow speeder, nice. More Star Wars, but that's no surprise.
The first order snow speeder.
Excellent. And we've also got Bill joining us.
Hello.
What you building tonight, Bill?
I'm currently mocking the front of a castle.
Cool.
So
Nice.
Can't pick it up to show, but it's just there.
That's fair. We believe you. We believe you.
Not structural enough yet for manhandling.
I've still got half of Speed Champions from last Tuesday, so I might finish that as well at some point.
Okay.
See how time goes.
That kind of works somewhat.
Yep.
Okay, so for anyone who's new, who hasn't watched this before, this is Tuesday Nights on the Couch, where we look into our Lego pile of shame because we're
behind us.
yeah, that's only some of it. We're a couple of working adults. We only do Lego as one of our hobbies. This is it. This is our whole entire hobby. So naturally, we do not have a lot of time. So this is our time together. Hang out together, a couple times. Hang out with you guys and hang out with our Lego friends that we don't get to hang out in person all the time. I want to say hello to Jenko, who's joined us, and Douglas, who was ribbing me earlier for being late because I said that we'd start promptly after Lego Masters. I promise to be more organised next week.
Doesn't help the Lego Masters didn't finish until 8:45.
Yes. It finished a lot later than I thought because I didn't look at the TV guide.
We looked at the TV guide for the start time, not the finish time.
Yeah. So what are we going to build? We had planned on starting the Mustang because he's itching. You've got itchy fingers, haven't you, honey?
Yeah, a little bit.
He's itching to build it, but we're going to have a shorter stream tonight because we started an hour later than we normally do. So what are we going to do instead?
Gonna finish Speed Champion.
That we started the other week. So which one should we build first?
Maybe start on the big one.
The big one? Okay.
Then if we have time, we'll move on to one of the smaller ones.
That sounds logical, husband. Okay.
It's got time for everything.
Yeah, of course. Hello to Jason, tuning in from out west and Longreach. And hello, Lego GBC and Stationary Engines. Your YouTube name is always a mouthful. So, did we all watch Lego Masters?
Absolutely.
Philip goes, no comments.
Yes, I watched it.
You did watch it, didn't you, Philip?
Yeah, I did watch it.
You did watch it.
I was the last one to get to the computer.
Like this is part of the reason why we're like an hour and a bit later than normal.
That's not very much bag 2.
Bag 2 is very disappointing, yes. Hello, Warren G. Well, I figured that you all, especially my Australian audience, may well be watching it too, so I didn't want to compete with like the highest rating show in its slot, based on ratings from the very first night. And I know Philip doesn't want to talk too much about Lego Masters, but I know Bill wants to talk about Lego Masters. We won't do any spoilers because my Western Australian friends haven't started watching it yet. I don't think, not quite.
Probably 15 years into it right now.
About half an hour, and my South Australian friends probably haven't quite finished watching it either. Oh, hello, Katie. Got a few different faces watching us tonight. So yeah, thoughts? Of course, no spoilers for tonight's stuff. Yeah. What were our thoughts about the first night? Bill,
I thought it was good.
thought it was good?
I thought it was good. We actually had a launch party for it the first night, and had one of the local Queensland contestants in attendance. So it was quite good watching his comments as it went to air about different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to have heard all those. That would have been really cool. Like
Yeah.
the director's commentary.
Pretty much. It was.
I'm guessing there was a lot of pausing while he explained things.
It was thoroughly enjoyable. Actually, it was funny because every time an ad break come on, 6 people picked up their phone and quickly checked what was happening on social media.
Oh, yeah. Did the social media blow up?
It was quite entertaining. It still is, actually. But, yeah, thoroughly enjoying it so far.
Oh, yeah, the builds are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I must admit, as someone who toyed with the idea of auditioning, now I feel very inadequate. Just looking at the level of skill.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that I didn't as well. Based on the skill, I don't know. I don't have that creativity that some of the guys on the show have.
Yeah, I think I would have struggled to think of ideas for half the challenges that they've had so
Yeah.
far.
I'm pretty good at the creativity part of it, but not very good at the technical side of it. So if I was if I was to pick someone to go with, I would probably try and find somebody who has a technical outlook. And we got Janko's joined us. Hello. No, you don't have any audio. Whoop, whoop.
You plugged in,
You plugged in. You turned on.
volume's up on the microphone.
Check your settings, the little cog at the top of the screen. Make sure that your input for your mic is like selected.
You let me know that it's not just me.
At this point in time, we have nobody. So, yes. So we are going to discuss Lego Masters and build our things. We're going to keep it civil. We're not going to use any name calling. Etc. etc. Right. So first night. What was first night? I don't remember.
The build. It's Mega City.
Mega Cities. That's it.
I like the girls on the first night. The girls build.
Yeah, that was
girls build.
cool. The paint.
The painted buildings, that was awesome.
I think that was pretty impressive. That they started off with something that looked like, oh gosh, they're not getting it, and then all of a sudden all this color.
Yeah.
Mind you, I still think the church should have won.
Yeah, that is something that was very much talked about on social media a lot.
Oh yeah, but there was some quite silly things said about it.
Keep in mind, like I know things because I went through the application process. So I saw it, like I didn't finish the application process, so I'm not under any NDAs. But because I started the application process, I was aware of like the shooting schedule and all that. Like there were people that were getting up in arms because of the church and the twist and how they had to have whatever they created in the first part of the show be under attack.
Yeah, and it was all filmed how many months before all that happened?
Mhm.
Exactly. So like filming was what, from October till December?
So that episode would have been filmed, well before
I
Christmas.
wonder sometimes about people. How do they not know that this stuff's not filmed beforehand?
Exactly.
They can't possibly think the show's live if they've got 10 hours to do it and the show's over in an hour. Think about it.
Yeah. And editing takes
Use your
ages.
tiny little brains and think.
Yeah. Definitely.
Especially when they're running 3
That's
episodes
what I want to talk about.
back to back.
And that was my social filter not working. I warned you.
Oh, that's okay. But yeah, I saw a lot of people like fully just dissing the fact that the guys had built a church at all, and then the destruction part of it. They didn't know what the twist was going to be any more than anyone else knew. Now,
if they'd done spaceships bombing that church, no one would have said anything.
Sorry, is that what?
If they'd picked spaceships bombing the church, no one would have said jack. It's
Yeah.
They showed something that actually did exist.
Yeah.
It's a scene that actually did happen in London in multiple places.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason people got up in arms.
One person, okay, yeah, more than one person got up in arms about the church and being destroyed and bombed or whatever. But I think Lego Masters could have avoided it if they'd followed Lego's own ethos of no religion, no politics, no modern welfare. Then there wouldn't have been a church. Sad, because the church was awesome.
Oh yeah, it was very well built.
Like, technically, artistically, creatively, with what they had to build with, it was very awesome. But if they had stuck to the Lego ethos of none of those three things, it wouldn't have happened at all.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, then they might as well just get Lego employees in there doing the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Philip. But they also knew what the twist was.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of more current events.
Maybe they could have suggested to the guys, don't use World War II bombers.
Yeah, or they've had, you could quite clearly see that they had whispers in people's ears throughout the show. They could have just made it a little out. Like, I didn't have a problem with it. Like, honestly,
I'd have no problems with finding out later on that Lego actually suggested to the guys, can you not do bombers? Like, if they could come out in 12 months' time and say, this is what we wanted to do, but we were told not to, and I'd appreciate that because it's Lego's, Lego's ethos that they work in, and that's what they want, and they want that they keep it friendly and whatnot. That's fine. I've got no problems with that.
But I also know that
complaining about it after it's been done is a bit futile, if you ask me.
I was also under the impression that Lego had a lot more of a hand in this show. Then, like, it wasn't just like, you can do whatever you like with Lego. And I know that they've loosened their, like, for want of a better word, dictating what you can do for large projects.
Yeah.
Because, like, as somebody who's been in a role of being like a, not ambassador, but, ambassador in waiting sort of thing, knowing that there are certain rules that are expected to be followed in certain circumstances, if you know what I mean. Like, Lego will not build they will not build a set that's a church, for example.
Do you guys hear me now?
Fair enough.
Nope.
Oh, at least I can hear you now, Janko, but you're very far away. Try talking again.
Is that better?
Yeah.
That's better.
I just boosted you.
Oh, okay.
That's all right. Bill will come through the revolving door in a minute. Okay. Yeah, anyway. So that's enough talking about churches and religion for a minute.
Actually,
I do think the guys were robbed in that respect. That I think that they should have possibly have been one of the ones they picked as the better. But Janko, have you been watching Lego Masters?
Yes, I have. I talked to Kale before Lego Masters officially got released onto the thing, and he had told me that he was gonna be made look like an absolute dipwit. So I kind of expected what was gonna happen in the first episode because of what he has told me. But yeah.
This is going to be an interesting conversation because you've got the opposite end of the experience here.
Yeah.
That we're friends. Well, me and Bill are friends with Billsy.
Yep.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It was not the best situation for them to be thrown into together.
No, but I think that was I think that was Channel 9 trying to create tension. Because Ben Andrews was originally going to be
yeah, I'm aware of that.
Yep. And Channel 9 saw a big opportunity to put two personality clashes together and just go for it. It's reality TV. I mean, he told me it's just reality TV. They needed someone to go against each other.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who are watching the show doesn't exactly know the fact that Kale and Billsy didn't exactly choose to be each other's partner.
Yeah, that is true.
I feel like they are admitting lots of people's backstories. Like,
yeah, they're admitting it seems like they're admitting quite a bit about people's backstories, and
we're still trying to work out if Henry and Kate actually applied together or whether they were another two singles that were paired together.
They were paired together.
They were paired together. Because I know that towards the end they were obviously like not quite finding what they were looking for. And if you know reality TV isn't just about skill level. Well, skill level does play into a skill sort of a reality TV format. But you also need to be someone that'll be good in front of the camera, be entertaining, be able to work under pressure. That's why they have psychological testing.
Yeah.
They need to make sure that you're going to be able to work together, be able to work under pressure.
Be able to handle the trolls.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Now, yeah. So speaking to the situation of two guys being thrown together that obviously were polar opposites in personality, I think that Kale probably could have dealt with it a little bit better from what I've heard from my side of the fence.
Yeah.
But, as somebody who is a bit, I can somewhat be, I'm trying to find the words, people. I'm trying to find the words. Like, I can put myself in his shoes in that if I had applied with a friend and thought that I was giving myself the winning combination and then that winning combination was taken away from me, I'd probably be pissed. But on the flip side of that, you don't have to be a dick about it.
Yeah. The thing
there's no other way of putting it. Like, you don't have to be a dick about it. There are ways of dealing with it, and like clearly, Kale didn't deal with it.
No, but Kale also told me he had to, because he's got such a large following on Instagram and Twitter and all the social media platforms and stuff, he has to be very careful of how he portrays himself on the show. And Channel 9 is busy basically ripping his reputation in the Lego community apart because he had a fairly strong standing in the lugs and all that stuff beforehand. Whereas now Channel 9 is kind of ripping that part, that because he's got that social media following, they're ripping it apart a bit. Like, if you've seen what Kale does,
I know what he's capable of, and I know he's a very, very talented builder.
Yeah, there's no argument over his talent.
There's no argument over his talent.
Yeah, but just the way things have happened, it's very disappointing. I mean, Kale did tell me, like, you just have to keep in mind, I had to keep my social media intact and all that stuff throughout the show. So,
well, during the show, nobody was supposed to know that he was even on it.
Well, he disappeared.
Are you talking about while it's being aired?
Yeah, while it was being aired, he's been on Facebook all day. Like, people have been giving him shit in mugs groups and stuff. There's been a thread in the mugs group and he's been just answering as many questions as possible, trying to not make him look like the biggest dick ever.
Too late.
Too late.
Yeah, way too late, but he's trying to.
I think the problem here is attitude.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
ability to deal with a change of situation.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I can't talk too much of like the behind the scenes stuff because, you know, out of respect because the show is still going on. But yeah, there's a lot more going on that, you know, maybe you're not even aware of yourself.
Possibly not.
Just putting that out there into the you know, I'm not participating in Kale bashing. I don't condone it. As someone who's, you know, somebody who has, well, I'm guessing a little bit of word of authority in the community. That, you know, I don't condone people going out and bullying people on social media, but, you know, I can't control what people do outside of my log. I've tried to tell people, you know, you can have your opinions, but state them civilly.
Don't you have your opinion? Don't state it on the internet. That's basically what a lot of
Well,
people.
no, you can state it on the internet, Janko. You can state it on the internet, but there's ways of
have a level of respect.
Yeah, have a level of respect. You know.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, long story short, just enjoy the show. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a show about Lego. It's a show about building. Yes, it's a reality show. But in 5 years' time, like, does anyone remember a contestant from Big Brother or My Kitchen Rules from 5 years ago? I sure as hell don't.
No.
And I don't think anyone will remember Lego people in 5 years. So just enjoy the show while it's on.
Yeah.
The producers are going to produce it the way they produce it. Yes, every reality show needs a villain. Yes, in real life, some people really are just wankers, but we can't control that. Just enjoy the show, learn from the builds, and have fun.
Yeah.
Something that shocked me a bit. I thought because like tonight's episode's now done and said.
Not for everyone, Janko.
Remember, WA hasn't seen it yet.
WA hasn't even seen it yet.
WA haven't seen it yet. Okay.
No. You have WA viewers, so please no spoilers.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Okay.
We can talk generally.
You can speak generally on things that are maybe being seen in previews, but not. No, sorry.
Nah, stuff them. Tell them that they blew up the DeLorean. Go on.
No, so I reckon with that tree and stuff that they built, I thought they would have used slopes or something a bit more technical instead of using just bricks.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed in seeing the massive tree, but I know there's different ways of portraying certain things in Lego, which is a lot smoother and a lot more physically and a lot more capable. I mean, they've got all the bricks there. They can do it.
But do they really? Like, I remember having a chat to Billsy and Kale about it, and they were saying that the build room, or the brick room rather, looks magnificent on TV, but it's not actually as well sorted as it appears.
Right.
Not as well.
Sorry, even in tonight's episode, Brickman did actually say that certain people did what they could with what they had available.
Yes.
Yeah. I
straight away told me that there's certain parts missing, and I realised what parts that they were talking about.
Yeah, I think it looks a little bit more grander and organised, or part availability than you think. It's like if you haven't been to a Lego store before, you have this vision of what the pab wall is, and then you get to the Lego store and realise what's on it, and how often it changes. Your opinion changes, and I think maybe their brick room is similar.
Yeah.
And now the top printed on paper.
I could be wrong. I'm still jealous as hell of it.
Oh, heck yes. And you've also got to remember is that there are like 7 other teams that are also taking bricks at the same time. So not only is it like the limitation of what's available, it's also the limitation of what's available at that point in time.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know, it's like going into a pantry and there's only one, box of flour. There's only, one bag of rice. You know, somebody is not going to get the flour.
Won't be me.
Will
I'll
be
get
like,
in there first.
all the things.
Yeah, the build quality. I would say from tonight's episode, I was a bit surprised that certain teams hadn't used certain things before. If you guys understand what I mean.
Yep.
I'm not spoiling it, but I'm very, very surprised that certain teams.
Do you feel like there was whispering in ears that beforehand that that was cut that you didn't see? Like they were prompted, like certain people were prompted to fail.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they focus on. So my dad was explaining it to me. Like, there's a lot of teams that they focus on.
Yep.
So the first couple of whoever got eliminated tonight, obviously they didn't focus as much on as the rest of the teams. I mean, WA views, you can keep guessing who got eliminated, but
by now they would have seen some of what's being built. So the two takeaways that I've had from it is that
it hasn't started airing it.
Why hasn't started airing
We're
it?
2 hours behind us.
Oh, that's right. The 2 hours
It doesn't
behind.
start till 9:30 our time.
Oh, okay. Not yet.
So it's still got about 10 minutes.
Yeah, so my takeaways just generally from the competition and how it is, structured is that you have to listen and pay attention to what the brief is and what you are exactly being asked. Because if you fail to hit one of those things, then you could be not winning.
You're done.
Or in the case of elimination, you could be gone.
Well, what I find from what I've seen on the episodes is whenever the Brickman walks around and he says, "You should change this because it doesn't look realistic or it doesn't look like this," and the teams don't do it, guess what happens?
Yeah, you're thinking, idiot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a big fan of Ryan McNaught. Do not take anything. Like, I've had 2 friends that worked for him. He's not the greatest person on the planet, but that's another story for another day. But he when he walks around, like, you could tell, like, if he doesn't like it, he'll tell you that. Like, it's giving him hints, like, change that now. I mean, you'll do better if you change it now.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he's the judge.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea that that's exactly that. He's the only judge.
Yeah. There was a thread.
If something happens and he doesn't like someone, they're out.
Yeah. There was a Mugs thing said that there should have been more judges, and Hamish isn't even supposed to be on the show because he's just cracking jokes which isn't supposed to be there.
That's his job.
Yeah.
His job is to be entertaining, because you got to also remember is that show isn't just for us AFOLs.
Yeah.
It's for children and it's for non-Lego people.
Yeah.
And the format obviously works because they smashed the ratings for their very first time slot.
Yeah.
On Sunday. They absolutely smashed it. And they were up against, what was it? House Rules, was it?
My Kitchen
Rules.
And the My Kitchen Rules grand final.
Yeah, they were up against the grand final of something and they smashed it.
Wow.
Yeah, so you've got to remember is that at the end of the day, what we want as AFOLs and what the rest of the general audience wants, they have to find some kind of happy medium there. So for those who don't like Hamish, I'm sorry, but he's the obvious everyman. Like, I can't think of somebody who's in the stable of that channel's talent. That would do that show.
Yeah.
At least after tonight's episode, Hamish now knows there are no bondage Lego sets.
Oh my god.
That was hilarious. That was so funny.
I can't believe that he made a grinder joke.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
completely over my head until I read something on Ozlog. I'm like, oh my god!
Like,
Tonight's
first
episode back
episode
over again.
had a DILF reference, and third episode had a grinder reference. What's
Yeah.
next?
And bondage.
Handcuffs and chains?
I think sometimes the show forgets who it's for.
Yeah.
Well, look. The thing is, the older people will get it. The younger people won't because they're too innocent.
But the problem is,
But that's he's there to pull all ages.
Yeah,
He's
true.
there to pull all ages.
It's
Like
like
little
how-
kids won't understand bondage jokes.
Yeah.
The adults will just sit there and have a really good chuckle about it.
they'll ask Mummy and Daddy about it, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's been a lot. Like if you have, if you go on social media at all, you may have seen, parents complaining about things. That it's like if they can complain about something, they're complaining about it. They're complaining about the time slot. It's too late. Well, it ain't going in a kiddie's time slot. This is prime time.
Yeah, 8:30, 7:30, 8:30 is prime
Yeah.
time.
It's prime time. If your kid is too young to be staying up that late on a school night, then
They're too young to play with Lego.
Oh.
We played the next afternoon.
yeah, it gets replayed the next afternoon at 1 usually.
But not only that, you can record it. If your kids of
Yes.
an age where they're in bed at 7:30, then I can guarantee you they're up at the crack of dawn. They can
Yeah.
watch it then.
And there's always Catch Up TV, which has a heck of a lot less ads. Because last night we went to Endgame, and I'm not spoilering that either.
Please don't.
Oh, go on.
For somebody who
Oh,
doesn't know
yeah.
who everyone was, I'm sure I was annoying the heck out of my son. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that one? Who's that one? Who's that one?
Oh my God, you're old.
Because like, especially when they're not in their superhero get up, is like, who's that person? I don't recognize them. The last movie was how long ago?
Yeah.
You'll be
Last movie was 3 months ago.
It was not 3 months ago. Oh,
Well,
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, which I also didn't watch. I know, blasphemy, right? Yeah, so because we decided on going to see that in a 3-hour movie, went to a 5:30 screening, so we missed Lego Masters last night. Came home, watched it immediately on catch-up television, and then tonight we watched it on like the regular, time. And so many ads.
Yeah, I think I'd rather watch it catch up.
Yeah,
About 2 or 3 ads, not
What?
I almost
3 dozen.
missed first episode because I was coming back from Bendigo.
Yes, a lot of people had that issue.
Last night before the second episode aired, me and my dad were like, well, we got to watch it now. I mean, that way we are kind of following along.
Hmm.
So, yes. So catch up TV for the win.
Mm.
I think I watched the first. Oh, I watched the first night on television, but I just went and did things during the ad break, so I didn't really notice it.
I watched it on
But
catch
he
up when I
came
got
home and I said, "You need to watch it on catch up now because I need to talk about things."
And
I
then
can't-
she's sitting there talking to me while watching it. I'm like,
I can't exist in
pause.
a bubble. Yeah, it was like he was getting the director's commentary, from me because I'd already watched it and knew some of backstory stuff. Yeah, it's yeah.
pause. Okay. Tell me what you need to tell me. I just don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
All I have to say, the two my two favorites so far is the oil rig guys.
Oil
They're
They're
absolutely
very
phenomenal. They are
They're
very
very
good at what. They're very good.
And the
And
guys,
the other two that I'll just say violin.
Henry.
Those two guys.
the guys who did the tree.
Yeah, Henry and Kate,
Yeah.
they're very, very
Yeah.
talented
They're
together.
absolutely brilliant builders.
They're my favorite ones.
And
So they-
personality-wise, they go together really, really well.
Yep.
Like, they gelled really well.
They were paired up together by the show, and yeah, they do. Their building style complements each other.
Yeah. That's why I was a little confused. I thought they might have. I knew they lived in different cities, but I thought they still applied
maybe knew
together,
each other.
or were able to audition in separate places.
And, I'm a bit disappointed that they've like not been upfront about like. Okay, I've watched the UK version of this show. For anyone who doesn't know, there is a UK Lego Masters, right? Australian Lego Masters shits all over that. Like, as far as entertainment goes, not necessarily talent, but definitely entertainment value. The Australian version is way, way better on production value, on
Probably got a better budget.
yeah, their budget is clearly a lot better than what the UK had. What was my point? Oh yeah, the most it's because he talked and like then I had like 3 thoughts and then everything was gone. They actually had singles audition for the last, not the one that's airing very soon, but last year's UK Lego Masters. They actually had some singles and they paired them up, but they were upfront about these people like didn't audition together, like, you know, for one reason or another. They were solo people that were paired up, and they were very upfront about that. But whether they've learnt their lesson from what's happened with the UK Lego Masters, or whether they just want it to look like there's drama, like, you know.
Well, the thing is, in the first episode, both of them look like they were good friends. So they've obviously prepared it like they joined the show together, like. But same with Bilsey and Kale. Like, if you don't know the backstory, when you first look at it, they look like they have joined as a team.
Yeah.
But if you don't,
I admit I do have an issue with how they've portrayed them in that fashion, and that both of the teams that were like solos paired up, especially because the audition process was couples, and it was only towards the end that they said, oh look, you know, we're willing to open up to solos. I know that they were having trouble filling some of the auditions because they called me up at the last minute. I hadn't even finished my application, and they were saying, can you come in and fill a spot because we got spots left over.
This is at the 11th hour.
Yeah, so. Literally the 11th hour. And I didn't go through it basically because I couldn't see myself getting the day off, let alone get myself there, because the auditions were in Brisbane. But it would have been awesome to have gone through it. I don't believe that I would have made it through to the show having seen who they picked. But
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe things would have been different. Who knows? But yeah, I know that you know, pre-production they were having some issues with, you know, getting the right people.
Yeah, I know a couple of friends who had tried to apply for it. Obviously Ben Andrews, and then there was Kieran, another one of his Ben's friends, like Luke Masters, I think, applied. All great builders, but
Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. My brother's saying they didn't offer me to go to auditions. Well,
there might be a reason. Just saying.
Oh, don't be mean.
They didn't ask me either, and I know what the reason is. So just saying, there might be reasons.
Yeah, but Adam, if they'd paired you with Kale, would you have survived?
Would Kale have survived?
Yeah. Oh dear.
I wouldn't have. Like, my hats go off to Bilsey.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yes.
I think that, like, okay, Janko, you know, Kale is competitive to a
very,
fault.
very, very competitive.
Very,
I know
very
exactly how it. I know his personality. It's very.
He's not necessarily a bad person, but, you know, put under certain pressures, clearly has, like, pushed him in certain directions, and he's said things that are probably not the nicest things. And you've also got to remember is that you're only seeing what they've edited. You haven't seen what they haven't edited in.
Yeah.
You weren't there for the 18 hours of that first build. And that very first build that they did was probably the most pain because they hadn't really worked together, that they didn't really know each other, and trying to get a feel for each other's personalities in front of cameras, knowing that they're going to be on national television.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what my point was, but yeah, statement made.
Oh, look, there's no doubt that it's edited the way they want it to be edited.
Oh, yeah.
No
I
doubt.
at the end of the day, you have to say to yourself, look, okay, this is reality TV. But at the same time, Kale chose to say what Kale said.
Yeah.
Give them ammunition to actually, edit
He loaded the gun. He loaded the gun for them to fire
Pretty
it.
much he did.
He's also the only person that can find the I in team.
Yep.
No, there's a me in team. Haven't you heard of Taylor Swift's new song?
Who?
There's an obvious answer to that question.
Taylor Swift has a new song out. And it's called Me. And one of the things one of the lines in the lyrics is that there's no I in team, but there is a me.
Yeah, right.
And an E that makes me in team. Oh man, I'm talking to a bunch of men that have no idea.
I'm just trying to find out where the talent part comes into that.
I didn't say she was talented. I just said it's a song, it's trending.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's definitely no I in Lego either.
I guess that's actually a good point, is most Lego people are used to building alone. They're not used to building with others. I know when I build with others, it frustrates the shit out of me.
Luckily, yeah. The MLTC has taught me how to build with others, luckily. Because we do group, like the Brick Bank and the, we've done a bridge, and we've done a club cutting. Like, all that is group work.
Yeah.
And it gets pretty frustrating when someone takes the lead and then someone comes in not knowing what the build is, and then they try to take the lead from you.
Yeah.
The problem there is that, I hate to be the one to say it, but Kale is constantly, taking the lead and then not, you can take the lead and be in charge, but still be respectful of the people that you're working with collaboratively.
Yeah. So,
I do understand, under pressure, cameras on you, you may snap because, you're tired, you've been filming all day, blah, 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 whatever. But, there
But don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
You don't have to be a dick about it.
Pretty much.
I could be sitting here and I could be just absolutely just going with all the horrible vitriol that's being sprayed Kale's way, but you're not a child. But I'm being respectful here, and I have a horse in this race. You know what I mean? Not personally me, but Billsy's my friend. I've known him. I think he's been friends with me longer than I've been streaming. So, yeah.
Yeah. So,
good.
Automatically, you would go to Billsy, and then.
But at the same time, I'm aware who Cal is. I hear stories from people within the community who have had a run-in with his competitive side. And I think it's his competitive side and his ego in relation to his competitive side that is unfortunately his letdown.
I think also for those that have met Kale, and there's many people that have, for those that know Kale or have met Kale, here's what you see. I'm not saying that what they're portraying him as is accurate, but his persona, his everything and what you see, that's him to a T.
Yeah, he likes to be center of attention.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's no doubt in his talent.
Mind you, I've known Kale for about 4 years now, so like I don't really want to I don't want to burn a bridge, but he is a bit of a smart aleck, and he thinks he's better than everybody else.
Yeah.
And I want to be on Team Billsy the whole way because.
Well, it should be Team Billsy and Kale, and this is the problem. This is the little problem.
But I heard something from Kale. I'm not going to exactly put it on stream. I'll tell you guys later.
Okay.
It's bad.
Oh, and I'll tell you outside of it then, huh?
Do you know what? I'm Team Flash Jordan. That kid runs everywhere.
Oh yes.
How good is he?
He just loves running to the Lego hub.
Sometimes I don't think he's going to stop. He just goes.
I'm just waiting for him to run, trip over, and just face fly straight into the ground.
He just goes and goes. Good on him.
Yeah, I think we started calling him Flash Jordan.
Yeah, Flash Jordan. Oh, it's a hashtag.
That's sort of a take on Flash Gordon.
Anyways, the reason why I actually joined the stream is, you know my farmland?
Yo, what?
My farmland I built for MLTC?
Oh, yeah, your farmland.
It's going.
Gone.
Going, and I won't probably be building a big model I'll be working on one for about 2 years before I display it.
Oh, wow.
You taking a break?
No, I'm not taking a break. I'll be building.
Oh!
It's going to take 2 years to complete.
Wow.
Goodness gracious.
I've started planning it. I'm very excited because I'm hoping to do a bit of a YouTube series on it of every week how I build it.
Nice.
That'll be good.
I'm hoping everything goes to plan, and if Lug Bulk arrives in the right time, then I might be able to start in the near future.
Cool.
Nice. How are you doing with the build?
Does that mean you have any cows for sale? Because I know someone desperately looking for cows.
Keeping my mouth shut on purpose because I don't know this person.
Black cows.
I only hassle Cherie's brother.
Yeah.
I don't have any cows.
Oh.
I tried to track down. There was a pile of them somewhere, but they've all disappeared. I did try to track them down.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I can't find them because I originally did look for the cows.
Yeah.
Because they are that expensive. So
Not that expensive. $25 isn't terrible. It's just no one who's got them will let them go.
because they can't.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I told Sharia about this little issue the other night, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
They can't actually sell them, so.
Yeah, definitely can't sell them. And you know things like
normal everyday Joe Blow on the street can't sell their cows.
Philip, stop and think for a minute. What Lego are you not supposed to sell?
On Facebook.
I was just talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was legitimately just talking about it. Can't sell it. You can buy heaps of it.
It starts with lug and ends in bulk.
Oh, dairy me.
I'm guessing we're talking about one source, though, yeah? One source in particular?
No.
Say so.
Okay.
Anyone
without going into specifics, if you have something that is lug bulk, you're not supposed to sell it to anyone outside of anywhere, and you aren't even really supposed to sell it within your lug. You can
I know all about that, but there are people out there that got them from when they brought farm sets and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the the dark side of Lego.
No, it's not the dark side of Lego.
The Lego underbelly. I'm not talking about all that.
Oh my god, you're making it sound criminal. No, it's just that simply people are in a position where they cannot redistribute the cows.
Yeah.
There is people with hundreds of cows, but they can't redistribute them.
Well, I've got 3 that I can redistribute, but I'm not gonna.
Well, yeah.
Because they're so bloody.
Yeah. So Janko, how was Bendigo?
It was awesome. The minifigure was awesome. Hang on.
Yeah, how good did that look?
It was fucking huge.
I had one issue with it. The hat
Oh.
made the head like look like that.
Do you think the hat should have been a little bit taller?
Yeah.
Higher on the head?
Have you seen a photo of it?
People showed me while he was building it, so yeah, I know how big it is.
It came across well in the photos.
I'll send you a photo of me standing next to it.
Well, are you on a computer?
Yes.
You can screen share.
Yeah, but it's not on my computer. It's on my phone.
Oh, well, if it's on your phone, just hold it up to the screen.
Yeah, that's what us old people do.
That's pretty much what we do when we're too lazy to screen share.
Where is it going?
Oh no, he's lost it. Anyway, while you're mulling over that, Sean has finished building something. We were too busy being all drama and topical.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Sorry.
Alrighty. So what car are we building, Sean?
That one's the Dodge Demon.
Dodge. Nothing dodgy about the Dodge. Because, of course, we're not supposed to be controversial on Tuesday nights. It's all about the building, boys and girls.
Yeah. And we have another female driver.
Ooh.
She's driving the Dodge Demon.
Nice.
No, her race suit's pretty cool.
Yeah, where's her hair? Oh, she doesn't have hair.
She has a helmet.
She has a helmet.
And this is the minifig we got in bag 2.
Ah, another female.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the color of her hair.
Her hair color is fantastic.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah,
Oh,
look at that. Look at the color of that hair.
It's like a
Dark red.
dark red.
Dark red. That's a bit different.
Mm. She must be a bit fiery.
A bit fiery. So you're building the other car now?
Yep, and the Dodge. I think it's the Dodge Challenger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any luck, Janko?
Nope. I apparently have lost my photos.
Oh no!
Did they get backed up to the cloud?
Actually, no. I was standing right next to Doug, so you guys, I'm about 2 meters, so, and he was about another meter above me, so he was tall.
Yeah.
It was massive.
Very, very huge. Very huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked awesome. I wish I'd gone down to see it.
I wish I'd been able to go down and see it.
Well, we were originally going to go and display it, Bendigo Bricks. We planned it at the start of the year, but
I don't know if Peebles is watching, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but it might be at Brickvention.
Might be.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how long is that?
Might be, might not be. I don't know.
Oh, that's good because we'll be there, so we'll see it then.
Our savings funds are getting better. Getting more healthy.
My saving funds is going down because Japan.
Yes, I hear you, brother.
How's your trip looking? We planned what we're displaying now, only over Bendigo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were legitimately like 3 trains, Bendigo station, and then track, because that's about as much as we can take.
Can fit on, yeah. Well, we're not displaying, so we don't have to worry about that. We're doing a whole heap of other stuff, but our whole schedule is jam packed full. So, but Lego
Japan.
Lego keep releasing new sets, so every time I think I'm ready for Japan, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy that.
Oh yeah.
Although I did break my dry spree of buying Lego on the weekend. I bought heaps of parts from James.
Oh yeah.
Because I needed filler bricks and he just had filler bricks there, so I was like, thank you.
I'll take that, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Comparing.
I dropped $520 on Pick a Brick last week, and now
Why?
because they were all new elements and I needed them. But anyway, and tomorrow you've got the Dragon Boat Race and Disney coming out.
Oh, Disney minifigures are coming out, aren't they?
Yeah, tomorrow, and then you've got
That's May.
Star Wars sets on May 4th.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to be walking to Japan at my rate.
Oh dear.
Walking and swimming.
It's called self-control. And I've got plenty of it.
How is someone
I've-
who's younger than me telling me about self-control? Well, something's gone wrong here.
Yep.
You don't know Bill's obviously.
No, I'm good.
No, I've last time I bought a set was Brickvention.
Wow.
Yeah, which were these little these three things here. Which they are cool.
I bought a set was 4 hours ago.
Oh, cool.
Those are cool. Those
Yeah.
are free with purchase sets over in the States.
Which was that set there.
Do you need to have a hello, my name is Bill, and it has been 4 hours since I bought my last Lego set. Hello, Bill.
I went to buy blue base plates because I ran out of blue base plates, and I saw that set, and it was the last one I needed out of the 20th anniversary set, so I bought that too.
I have no desire to buy any of the 20th anniversary sets, so
Neither did I, but I seem to have them all.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
The only things I actually like buying is the idea set. I don't buy sets at all. I just buy idea sets. That's it.
Interesting. Because you're a mock builder. That's why.
Yeah, I seem to spend more money on parts than sets.
There's a lot of
postage.
sets with good parts though, and some sets you just have to have.
See, I like to buy by the 1,000. I like to have at least 1,000 of every part I buy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd have the money to afford 1,000 of every part I buy. That'd be nice.
I would like to afford, yeah, because I would love to afford 1,000 of every part. I just slowly build up to 1,000, you know.
Yeah,
A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there.
I see where you're coming from. I look at my two tables that I've done, and it's like, oh, I've spent that much money.
I've actually been pretty restrained. I'm not really a set buyer. He's the set buyer.
yeah, I've been pretty restrained this year.
Like they're setting the goal of wanting to go to Brickvention thing has like curbed our ridiculous buying of things just because we want it. We're rationalizing things a little bit more. Doesn't mean that we're not buying Lego.
Well, me talking to the event organizer of Brickvention, apparently about June, some certain applications will be coming out.
That's June.
That's early.
That's a lot.
No, that's standard. They bring out applications about June time, and then in about October you get like let known if you're displaying.
I would
Even
have
some
thought
years,
that it wasn't June last year.
even later, like
Because I know that they used to, like, before Peebles took over as the event coordinator, I'm assuming he's like an event coordinator type position.
yeah, pretty much.
that
Right now it is.
the year that we applied, I know we didn't apply as soon as it was open because we decided last minute, really, didn't we?
It was after the Gold Coast show, and that was
Yeah,
September.
that was September, and they didn't let people know until November, which was ridiculous for trying to sort accommodation. I know that's why they changed it.
Well, even in the last couple of years, they're still trying to get on top of the letting people know a bit earlier.
Yeah,
But they're still pretty slack on it. Like
no.
by the time tickets have all the good tickets have been gone on sale and sold, the exhibitors don't even know if they don't even know if they're displaying
They
yet.
really should like hold some back for AFOLs. But you know, it is what it is. I would assume that so long as you have something that's quality and it's a mock and it's interesting, you're not going to get knocked back.
Well, yeah, I've been doing it for about next year would be my 5th year doing it, and I've noticed 2016 bills were massive, and then 2018 they were still fairly big, but this year everything just got scaled down ridiculously.
Yeah.
From 2016 to 2019, everything's just gone smaller and smaller and smaller.
I think the problem with Janko is that like to build something as a large scale anything takes a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of efforts to make happen and transport. And that some of those big bills do come from not in Melbourne.
Yeah. Well, to give you an idea, my brick fencing costs me about $1,000 to $2,000 every year, and I'm down from Geelong.
Yep.
And that's not including how much I spend on my model.
Yeah.
Pre-brick fencing. That's what I spend during the weekend.
That's about the money that we spent going to Brickvention in 2016, but we didn't take anything big with us. Like we only took Micropolis.
That was flights, accommodation, food while we were down there,
and booking things at like the last minute. But that actually worked in our favor because Qantas was having like a birthday sale or something at the time, so we got lucky.
Yeah,
would have been a lot more expensive if we were like we're budgeting to like full cost flights. So that hopefully we'll get much better deals and have spending money.
It's actually cheaper to fly from Queensland to New Zealand and go to one of their shows than it is to fly down to.
Oh, I don't doubt it, but I don't have a passport.
No, neither do I. I'm just saying though, it is cheaper. I looked it up.
Yeah.
New Zealand don't have a brickvention either.
No, that's true.
Shows.
I know that. We're talking brickvention though. We're not talking shows.
Oh,
I don't know. They have some pretty big shows. I suppose you can't compare, like, you know, the amount of people that live in New Zealand to the amount of people that live in Australia. It's like comparing Australia to the USA or Europe.
Yeah.
You know, not the same ball game, basically.
As I keep saying, you could house the entire population of Australia and New York City.
Yep. Everything's perspective. This is why you don't normally put stickers on.
No, I don't have tweezers. Oh, it still went wonky.
Are you on the black one?
Yep.
Oh, I haven't got to stickers yet. You must be ahead of me.
I've got tweezers here. Oh no, rookie. Long stickers, long little stickers are a pain to put on.
Yeah.
No matter how you put them on.
Yeah. This is the first of the stickers on the charge.
I personally, as soon as when I'm in Japan, I'm personally hoping to see like very rare sets, and I'm gonna have like a bidding war on Facebook to see who's gonna want it first. Because, you know, there's going to be a couple of rare ones, aka the idea sets.
Yep.
I'm thinking there's going to be at least some of the idea sets sitting around on the sellers' tables. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple of mugs or Australian lug members that would love the idea sets.
Some of the older
It's
ones.
just, yeah, the first two particularly.
The Hayabusa and
Yep.
I can't remember what the first couple were. One was the Hayabusa sub.
The sub is the
Oh,
sub's fin is the most expensive part in Lego now.
Yeah.
It used to be the Falcon grill, but now that the Falcon grill is everywhere, no more. But now that tail, it's like a shuttle.
Yeah, it's like a deep sea sub. or
Yeah,
something.
the one's a deep sea sub, and the other one's like a space shuttle.
Yeah, right.
The Rover was a pretty early one too, in the Curiosity Rover.
Yeah,
Yep.
the Rover was an earlier one. Wasn't the exosuit early on too?
Early-ish. I think I saw them after Ghostbusters.
Yeah, okay.
mm.
I think that might have been still under the Kuso days, the exosuit.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
Lego idea sets were called Lego Kuso.
That's right.
Yeah, because that was the guy who started the ideas.
So that was his last name.
Yep.
Cool. Didn't know that.
That it was the guy who basically started the whole ideas project. Later on, Lego. So the first two idea set was Kuso, and then from there they moved it to ideas because then the rest of the AFL's designs went into Lego and then got chose from there.
Yeah, I got the Minecraft Kuso set.
Yep.
The little micro. Then Lego released another 3 more after that as normal releases. Got boxes for those. I think quite a few sets actually came with the Kuso name on it, and then they officially changed it on the box.
Yep. Yeah. So from the first like five or six was Kuso, and then the rest was ideas.
Yeah, I think the Ghostbusters car was Kuso.
Yeah.
That might have been one of the last ones.
Yeah, I think it was the last ones.
I've still got all the boxes, so I can go have a look at them. I'm just busy building at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking what I've missed in the chat. Oh, Amy Hayhurst has popped in. Hi, Amy.
Ghostbusters was ideas.
It was. Must have been one of the first of the ideas.
Hmm.
And the other Ghostbusters, no one talks about that one.
I changed Lego room a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I wish I had a Lego room. Hey, one could argue that we have a Lego house, but that's not the
Well, we
point.
started on it, we just haven't.
Yeah, sort of everything's sort of come to a screaming halt.
I had to clean it. You should have seen it before I cleaned it. Like that's.
Oh, I have an
It's
idea.
It's very, very neat and tidy compared to how it looked.
Mm.
I had to get tables out of there for Bendigo, so I was like, maybe I should clean up. And find everything that I chucked in tubs after Brickvention. Because I hadn't cleaned it up since Brickvention.
Well, it's like, since we had to get ready for Dreamworld at really short notice, because that show was organized in the space of 4 weeks. Kudos to everybody involved that made it happen. You know who you are. There's just utter chaos in my laundry because I've got, stuff that's come from our ambassador for like local meets here, because we have meets in different areas because Queensland's a big place, and the bulk of our membership is sort of southeast sort of corner concentrated. We have meets at Gold Coast, Brisbane Logan area and Sunshine Coast. We're working on getting the Wide Bay guys to get, pull their finger out and have something. But just, bringing home stuff because they refuse. No, it's not that they refuse. They only send things to ambassadors now, not to deputies. It used to be good because they used to be able to send stuff to me for the stuff that I needed for shows that our ambassador wasn't going to. So I go to more shows than our ambassador Jeff does. So that means that I have to drive. Well, I don't physically drive, but we drive. How many hours?
You don't have to go about 2 hours south to pick up stuff.
To pick up stuff, and there's another 2 hours back. So that's 4 hours of driving just to pick up things.
Yeah.
When we used to be able to get it shipped to our door for shows that further north stuff.
I'm kind of a bit frustrating, but from Lego's perspective, I understand they're trying to make things less complicated.
Yeah.
And
I'm just getting ready. I'm just getting ready for this year's Book because that's going to be a mess yet again. Like every year.
Yeah. I did not miss Book last year. I missed the Lego part of it, but not the organizational part of it.
Dramas.
The organizational part of it is always painful. But anyway. So I've got boxes of stuff that I haven't finished sorting out what's going where yet. And
is that event support?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I understand.
Well, there's no well, actually, Jenka, there's no such thing as event support and group support anymore. It's just support.
Like support.
So, having to go and sort out figure out what to do with what we've been given, which we're very grateful for if Lego is watching this. But yeah, just the logistics of it all. Wasn't at the Dreamworld show this weekend just gone, but I was at the Dreamworld show the first weekend. So because that was the Gold Coast and that's where our ambassador is, we're able to go and sort things out because we're going to the next show that's north. And we can make sure that stuff goes that way and making decisions on what sport's going towards what.
You guys keep asset or no?
What?
Asset?
Asset? Not really. No.
Yeah. I was just wondering because I know when we receive our support, if Lego's watching, we keep a lot of asset.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's how we've been able to do the brick bank, and we do if you see a lot of massive buildings, streets. We've got a massive club cutting now.
Yeah.
Which is a corner which is built up about 30 bricks high.
Yeah. Saying
Melbourne Lego Train Club.
Yeah.
On the side of it and all that stuff with the 2x4 bricks and all that stuff that we got. But other than that, we just keep replenishing all the tiles and stuff we used to get from certain things that we just kept removing all that stuff for under the ballast and stuff.
I have a feeling that the way that you guys do things and the way that we do things are polar opposites, because you do things that are collaborative and just the way that for better or worse, the way that QLAG grew was a lot of individual or collaborations between family members, that sort of thing, things that belong to one household. QLAG doesn't have its own storage unit or anything like that.
Yeah.
I curse that every day. I trip over things. And Phil knows that pain.
The other thing too is, unlike other lugs, QLug is so spread out because we're the whole of Queensland.
Yeah.
But we do shows from as far north as Cairns to as far south as Coffs Harbour. So all the support that Lego give us is pretty much used at shows.
Yeah.
So there's not much left over for asset.
And the difference is too is that we don't go to a lot of shows that belong to other clubs.
That's right.
For a bit of a word. And because of politics, generally speaking, the next closest club doesn't acknowledge our members as being able to be as our membership. They have to go as individuals, and that's their right. They can have it like that. The Dreamworld show is probably the first time that both clubs have collaboratively been together as their groups.
Yep.
Which
has been really good because it's good.
It's been, other than some of the pain of organising something in a short time frame and having to deal with committees, making decisions. The actual mechanics of the actual show itself is pulled together really, really quite well. Like, I'm very impressed with what people have managed to basically just pull out like that. Basically no notice.
Absolutely.
And this coming weekend's going to be obviously the big one because you can feel it because, when the media starts contacting you and saying, oh, can I talk to somebody about Lego? It's not just about, the fact that Lego's on TV, but the fact that they do know that your show actually exists.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. It's going to be a big weekend because it's Star Wars weekend as well. And usually there used to be a Stormtrooper weekend on at Dreamworld, and this year they don't have it.
It'll never happen again.
I know, because the mouse says no.
That's right.
We're Disney. Resistance is futile.
You will be assimilated.
Yeah, but when it comes to Disney, never say never.
Maybe if Disney buys Dreamworld and assimilates them, then maybe.
That won't happen.
No, Disney will just buy Australia.
Australia, I heard you need money.
And I will happily all hail the mouse.
I welcome our new mousy overlords.
I'm a Disney tragic, and I can't wait to go to Disneyland in 6 weeks' time.
In 6 weeks' time? I thought it was 5 weeks.
Oh, is it 5 weeks? I've really got to stop my Lego.
5 weeks today.
Adjust your countdown.
5 weeks today, we get on a plane.
Well, there you go.
Funny.
I should put in my leave at work, hey?
You haven't put leave in yet?
Oh, no.
I'm the boss. I don't need to.
Oh.
Just tells his boss, I'm out for 3 weeks.
So that's the double-edged sword being boss.
That's
I just have to say hi to Matt Alan, who's in the chat. He asked when and where is the Gold Coast Ghost meetups.
There'll be an update soon.
Yeah. It's there's supposed to be one coming up in May, but because we've been at Dreamworld for 3 weekends in a row, it's a bit much to ask all of our Gold Coast people to have a meetup. But if you come along to the Gold Coast Dreamworld show on the weekend, you can meet people and say hi, and it won't be like a formal meeting, but you'll get to meet people and talk Lego. And because of that, we're not actually having a Gold Coast meet for May, sorry. But the way it works is generally the second Saturday of the month, it rotates between Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast, and Brisbane. So there should be a South Brisbane meetup in June.
Yeah.
So that's probably close enough for somebody from the Gold Coast to go to.
Generally in the Logan area, isn't it?
Yeah, generally the Logan area. Yeah.
Which is effectively the Gold Coast.
And hi, Brick 25. Yes, I've spent a lot of time on the Gold Coast in the past couple of weeks.
Let's spend a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, do you know what day you guys are coming?
I will be there on Saturday. Mum's going to drive me, or Dad's going to drive me, one of the two.
Oh, yeah.
He won't be coming up till Sunday.
Yeah, I should be there Sunday.
He's got to work Saturday.
Okay.
I can really only afford to take one whole day off, and it's going to be Sunday, which will be pack-up day.
Yeah, that's
that way you can pack up and bring stuff home straight after.
Not have to do double trekking.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fair enough.
So I'll actually be there. on
He's
Sunday.
like, yay, I've worked hard enough that I can take a day off.
It's looking good.
The joys of working for yourself.
I'll know for sure properly tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Good.
It's a fine balance, Bill.
I know.
Because, we don't make the big money.
No. I've always said our combined income is generally less than what most people make by themselves.
Yeah, and then people look at us and go, how do you afford all the Lego? Is literally all we do, people. Literally.
We don't smoke, we don't drink, don't go out.
We eat
Hardly
pretty
ever
simply.
Get takeaway.
Yeah.
Most of our spare dollars are spent on the plastic.
The all addictive brick.
Yeah, all mighty brick, yes. And like in the grand scheme of things, we don't really have that much at all, really. Compared to some people, like I know in the community, we are like novice level.
Yeah, well, I reckon you got a lot more than me, so.
Oh yeah, well you're an apprentice, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
I'm not making great money either, so
not big money yet, no.
not yet.
But when you finish, man,
Hopefully.
That's when the big dollars start
you need
rolling
to
in.
stick it out, Django. You need to stick it out.
How many years you got left?
3.
Here,
Oh, 2.5. 2.5.
2.5, not counting when
you should get a pay bump when you start your next whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get paid a whole $14 something an hour.
Oh.
Yeah,
I remember apprentice wages.
Yeah, I know. There's been a few times where he's considered doing an apprenticeship and then he's looked at the figures and gone.
No. You'll get mature age. Don't.
Oh
look
yeah,
at,
no. This
it's
was
still
when
only
he was. This is when he was like much younger, like when he was in his
even at
early
mature
20s.
age, it's still only about 5.
early 20s. As soon as you turn 21, you're a mature age. So anything above that, you need to get paid a certain amount each week. Because
and you see, that's
of
the other
living
problem
expenses.
is that employers, why would they take on a
They don't. Yeah, they don't take. That's what people say. People say, "Oh, mature age." No one hires mature ages.
No, unless it's something that's funded by the government, which occasionally does happen.
Yep.
Mature age apprentices, they don't even get a look in, not even slightly. So yeah,
The only way they get a look in is in demand industries.
Yeah, where generally the government is offering incentives,
giving the employers generally about 10 or 15 grand just to employ mature age.
I've got a question. Have you ever tried stop animation? Me personally, no. It intrigues me though, and I know there's apps for these things. I know Darkside has.
Oh, I tried it once ages ago.
Yeah,
I did it once.
than I would have. Have you, Bill?
Yeah, I did it once. I think there's a couple on my YouTube channel before I gave up.
It's a lot of effort.
It's very involved.
I've done a couple. I did a couple way back. This was even before I started displaying at Brickvention. Like it's ancient.
The results are awesome, but you do need the patience to be able to sit there and go through it.
I think it's easier now because you can get some really cool stop motion apps that help you. Whereas, back when I did it, it was literally taking 6,000 photos and then sewing them together.
Yeah.
I made a little dolly for my camera with some RC track and stuff to try and keep it as smooth as I can. And now there's apps that help you do all that.
I used to do it with a camera sitting on a tripod.
Yep.
And I had a little remote. Every time you move the figure, just
Little
snap it.
Snap.
Yeah, you don't touch. You set the camera far enough back so you can't knock it. Then you just keep pressing the remote, and then the memory card runs out because this was before there was massive memory cards. Then you would take it out and then move, and then stop motion done. You can't get it back on the right spot.
Yeah.
One of the last ones I did, I can't remember what I built, but I got the little minifigure to help me build it. And I did it on my iPhone, and I used my watch as the shutter remote. and
Yeah, I remember that.
it jolted around a bit. I can't remember the set I built.
I thought
It was a
the,
car, I think.
No, I thought it was the little Hans Christian book.
It was too.
Oh, it was the book, yeah.
The little free.
Must be
the
somebody
gift of
else I'm
purchase
thinking
one.
of that did a car.
I've done
Yeah,
it.
it's I my hat goes off to anyone that has the patience to even try stop animation. I know it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience
A lot
and
of planning.
a lot of planning and creativity to pull it off and make it look good. Like
And if
even
you do
just
it
a
right,
short thing is
fantastic.
Yeah.
I remember the first stop motion I saw of Lego was on YouTube, and it was someone recreated the Thriller video, and it was amazing. I looked at it in awe, and now 10 years later you go, and it has some massive amount of views, but you go back and look at it now, and there's just like blue tack everywhere and sticky tape everywhere, and I look at it now thinking, wow, this really was pretty bad.
Yeah, but you gotta take things in their time. It's like you don't go back and look at the Star Wars in the 70s and go, oh, they didn't have all this with technology back then. It looks like crap. No, you appreciate the story.
I do. I go back and go, where the hell was Jar Jar Binks? They need
Anyway, I do believe that Aussie Brick Bloke has actually finished while we were all too busy talking.
Black car's finished. Brum brum.
Brum brum.
And Bill's done it too.
Bill's got the same one.
Yeah.
Twinsies.
He's even put the supercharger on it too.
I did.
I think it looks better. It reminds me of Dom's charger from Fast and Furious.
Twinsies. Great. Well, I don't think that we should launch into anything extra. I think
There's always going to be a short one.
There's always going to be a short one tonight.
Lego Masters hype.
Hashtag Lego Masters for you. Okay. So I guess we will wrap it up there because I have got an early morning start. I want to say thank you to Darkside for being there. Did you finish what you were building? He goes, hours ago. He's gone AWOL. Thanks, Jenko, for joining us. I'm glad you got your tech issue sorted out. And as always, thank you, Bill, for coming along.
No worries.
It's great to have good Lego friends. To everyone who has joined us in the live chat tonight, thank you for being patient and waiting for us. I know we were late.
Start time's going to be about the same again next week.
Yes.
Because Lego Masters.
Because I'm not very good at keeping away from the social media, so I don't want things to be spoiled. And because Tuesdays is like, the end of the week and eliminations and that, I don't want to, drag people away from watching it live.
I'm not too sure what time the start time is going to be the next Tuesday, because I'm guessing that's going to be the finale, and that could be longer.
No, the finale will be, it's on, there's another 6 episodes left, so the finale is...
Yeah, there's 2 more weeks to go.
I'm not talking about next Tuesday, I'm talking about the one after that.
I was talking about the final one.
Yeah, that could be a longer episode.
Yeah, they'll drag that out.
That could be a 2-hour episode.
Who knows? We'll figure it out. So watch this spot anyway. We'll be here on Tuesday, one way or another each week, whether we decide to go a little bit earlier or go later. I'll try and let people know by posting in my social media for you. And I was being a little bit disorganized today, figuring things out because we weren't sure about end times. We should have thought about that. Okay. Enough babbling. I will be back on Friday night for TGI Friday. Hopefully, I will have a Dreamworld Lego show high definition reel of what's at the show coming sometime this week.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I know. Can't rush these things, but it looks really good. I just got to actually upload it and, put all the stuff in, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, if you want to see me, I will be at Dreamworld on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday for the Dreamworld Lego, what do they call it, Expo?
Yeah, I think it's an expo.
Expo?
Fan event.
Fan event. That's it. Fan Expo.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
July.
Yes, and Bill will be there too, won't you, Bill?
Sure will.
Good stuff. All right, on that note, good night, everybody. I will see you on Friday. You won't, but I will. Bye.
You heard my voice on Friday.